Hi, everybody. It's Dee Slater, and welcome to our Wednesday Facebook Live class project. Alrighty. So, tonight's mystery project is a layout that I think that everyone's going to really love and you'll be able to utilize. It uses 3 of the same shapes and some layering circles, and I'll show you other projects too that you can do with it. But let's go ahead and we'll make our mystery card, and then I will share with you the other ideas. All right. So ahead of time, what I had suggested that if you wanted to play along is to get a card base of whatever color of choice. Hi, Marge. Thanks for tuning in. And the card base is 8.5 by 5.5, pretty standard. Let's go ahead and we'll get that folded in half. All right, so let's build up our layout here. Ahead of time, what I've done is I've used the stitched, I always call them the stitch shapes, but it's the stylish shapes dies. And I use the stitch circles. I use from the largest to smallest, I use the second and third largest circles for this. And I used Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper. And you can use whatever side that you want. I'm actually going to use the black and white side to kind of mix things up just a little bit. All right, so now we have our 3 shapes. I'm going to turn this just slightly so that it faces me. Now you can sit here and decide. We're going to lay them like this. This is our basic layout. And you just kind of want to see which ones that you like where. I think I want one of the darker ones down here because of what I'm going to do later on. Okay, I think this is what I want to do. All right, so I like to center one of them towards the top. And then we'll glue down. These are all single layers. We'll glue down and kind of put it clear off to the left or the right hand side and kind of lower on your circle overlapping it. You can either line it up or show a little bit of the border, whatever you'd like. And then again, we're going to just use liquid glue and put this up here. Alrighty, let's see, that looks good. So there's the basic layout of it. Whoops, get a little more glue here. All right, so what I'm going to use for my main embellishment, this is what I had said, you want a focal point. I'm going to use the Hello Harvest bundle, and I use the pumpkin and this flower sprig here. And I also, ahead of time, I've got a little rectangle pre-cut out. This is going to be the sentiment. And I think rectangles, work really well for this layout. I will show you another alternative. I'm going to use Mossy Meadow and the Hello. That's from that stamp set. I think I got it inked up just a little too much. See how I do? I'm not at a good angle here. Not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and go with it. So just a little harvest greeting that says hello on this. And what we could do is do something that looks like this with the hello. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use the flower and go this way. Right, so on the back here, now this is where we can get our dimensionals and add a little height to it. On the one side, it's one dimensional, and then on the other side we may need to double stack it. Again, we're building up layers here, and um, the when we flip it over, the right side of our sentiment just is a little low, so I found that we can double stack that. Alrighty, and let's see, I think I want that about right here. And see, by having that double stacked, that will even out the sentiment. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and we'll put down our floral image. So ahead of time, I stamped it with Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I used the Stampin' Blends to color in the flowers. And I used the colors in Rustic Harvest designer paper for inspiration. Alrighty, so that's the, this is the mystery layout on it here for class. So it's kind of just that easy, and I don't want to say basic, but with using the same shapes and a focal point, you can easily make these layouts. Let me go ahead and I'll bring in some other samples. So here's another sample that I made using the non-black and white side of Rustic Harvest. Again, you know, it just kind of, it's the same designer paper, but you can see how you get two different looks on it. And then because I thought, well, let's go ahead and let's play with other shapes. And again, with the Stylish Shapes dies, you have all of these layering shapes. So I did the same thing here, only I used the squares and the two banners. And this is what the squares would look like using that same layout. And on this one, I used items from the Sweetest Christmas bundle. So here's the layering squares, and then I used the same size of a square for the sentiment on that one. But that's how the square would look. And then on this one, I used the banners to make a cute little Halloween card. And this one, the designer paper is the black and white designer series paper. And then just mixed up the banners on it. I think this one turned out super cute for it. I like them all. And one of the things too with this layout, if you wanted to, look how you could really use up your scraps of your designer paper on those. So this is our mystery stamp here tonight. And it's the, I'm calling it the layering elements, you know, the what do I say, layout here, where you use 3 layering shapes to make your design. All right. It's super, like I said, it's a super fast mystery stamping here tonight. But I hope you can see how you can take your designer paper and just a few elements and really make a cute layout card using some of your layering shapes that you have. All right, everybody, you have a great Wednesday night, and enjoy the rest of your week, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.